Hello, good morning students. Today we have to see what is the relation between back EMF and speed of the DC motor. Generally we know that back EMF of DC motor for DC shunt motor EB equal to P minus IRA volts. This back EMF also equal to phi Zn divided by 60 into P by volts. Hence from the equation 2 we have to create an expression for speed. So for speed n equal to EB into 60 into A divided by phi Zp. Already we are knowing A is the number of parallel paths, P is the number of poles, phi is the flux per pole, Z is total number of armature conductors. From the above equation we can put n equal to EB divided by phi under bracket number of parallel paths, conductors, number of poles. So for a given machine it is clear that number of parallel paths, number of conductors, number of poles remains same, that is taken as constant factor. Hence finally the speed of the motor is directly proportional to back EMF and inversely proportional to flux per pole as shown in equation 4. This means as the back EMF increases, speed also increases. As the flux per pole in the motor decreases, speed increases. These two are very important factors and plays the role the speed of DC motor in industrial applications, almost all in electrical trains. Now for series motor we have to consider same problem, same expression, that is n is proportional to back EMF and same the time inversely proportional to flux. We have to consider two conditions, two cases of the armature current. Hence IA1 is the armature current, N1 is the speed of armature, phi1 is the flux per pole. Similarly case 2, IA2 is the armature current, N2 is the speed of armature in revolutions per minute, phi2 is the flux per pole. Similarly we have to go for construct case number 1, N1 is the speed. This speed is proportional to EB1, inversely proportional to phi1. Write the expression where N1 is the first case speed, EB1 first case back EMF, phi1 first case flux. Where EB1 you calculate, EB1 equal to P minus IA1 into RA. RA remains same, IA1 current changes, it is case of first current. Similarly we can obtain the expression for N2 speed of motor, EB2 second case back EMF divided by phi2 second case flux. Similarly we have to estimate back EMF EB2 for second case current, IA2 is the second case current. Same expression you have to develop for two cases, case 1, case 2, case 1, case 2, general. Therefore you can obtain the expression EB2 by EB1, N2 by N1, N2 by N1 equal to EB2 by EB1 into phi1 by phi2. If the given motor is series, you have to remember this expression. If in case of shunt motor, number 2, for given shunt motor flux remains same, phi1 should be equal to phi2. First you have to identify given problem is series motor or shunt motor. If it is shunt motor, flux remains same, phi1 equal to phi2. Therefore this equation becomes N2 by N1 equal to EB2 by EB1. Now we have to solve one problem. First step, whether given motor is shunt motor or series motor, we have to use respective back EMF, that's all. So now in given problem it is in shunt motor. Hence, you have to write down for case 1, you have to write down for case 2. Given problem is at full load condition, it is case number 1. At half full load condition, case number 2. What are the parameters are given for full load? You write down case 1. Total current drawn by the motor, that is 40 ampere. Given motor is shunt motor, hence you have to calculate shunt field current. Shunt field current equal to V by RSH, 2 ampere. This current remains same for both conditions. By knowing the field current, you have to calculate the case number 1 armature current, IA1. IA1 equal to I minus ISH. 40 minus 2, 38 ampere. For respective armature current, calculate respective back EMF, that is case 1 back EMF. EB1 equal to V minus IA1 into RA. We are going to get 112.6 volts. Hence, you see that given speed, which speed asked to calculate. Now, speed is given for first condition, that is 1800 RPM. Similarly, you have to calculate for second condition at half full load. Half full load current is 40 ampere. Half full load, half of 40, it becomes 20 ampere. Armature current for that second condition, IA2 equal to 20 minus 2, 18 ampere. So, calculate the respective back EMF. EB2 equal to P minus IA2 into RA. Speed is asked to calculate. What is the speed? N2. Given motor is DC shunt motor, therefore N2 by N1 equal to EB2 by EB1. You substitute the value, calculate the N2. One more problem. It is also DC shunt motor. It is given for calculation of two currents. So, when motor takes 3 ampere, when motor takes 30 ampere. So, same drama is continued for both currents. Number 1, when motor takes 3 ampere, I equal to 3 ampere, then we have to calculate the field current, shunt field current, V by RSH, it is 0.73 ampere. Similarly, you calculate the first case armature current, IA1, I minus ISH. ISH remains same for both condition. Respective back EMF, you calculate 439.1 volts. Second condition, when motor takes 30 ampere, calculate respective armature current, IA2, that should equal to, now total current changes 30 minus 0.73, we are going to get around 29.2 ampere. Calculate the respective back EMF, EB2 equal to V minus IA2 into RA. So, we are going to get around 428.3 volts. Given motor is shunt motor, hence our equation becomes N2 by N1 equal to EB2 by EB1. N2 by N1 equal to EB2 by EB1. Substitute the value, hence we are getting N2, second condition speed 975 RPM. Now, we have to see one problem on series motor. Both problems are DC shunt motor, both are asked in VTU examination. Now, this problem is also asked number of times in VTU examination. So, series motor, series field winding is connected in series with the armature. Back EMF equation changes, that's only changes. So, you write down the parameters, then again same thing, flux per pole, it is given 0.024. This is for first condition. First condition, when motor takes 110 ampere. When motor takes 110 ampere, what is the back EMF? EB1 equal to P minus IA1 RA plus RSC. RA is the armature resistance, RSC is the series field winding resistance. You substitute all the values, we are going to get EB1 equal to 233.5 volts. Here, in case all currents are same, motor draws the current means all currents are same, I equal to ISC, ISC equal to IA, hence it becomes the easy. Next, you see what is the speed given. It is the speed given of first condition. Hence, you write N1 equal to 660 RPM. When motor takes 50 ampere, second condition, IA2, second condition, 50 ampere. Flux per pole for this respective current is given 0.0155 Weber phi 2. For respective this field current, calculate the back EMF, that is EB2 equal to V minus IA2 RA plus RAC. Speed is asked for second condition, N2 equal to how much? Given motor is series motor, hence we have to use the expression N2 by N1 equal to EB2 by EB1 into phi 1 by phi 2. Remember, N2 by N1 equal to EB2 by EB1 into phi 1 by phi 2. Respective values you substitute and find out the N2. That is your required answer. Thank you, sirs. These all problems are asked in PTO examination. Practice.